Yeah, we're listening to another thing from Taylor the Fiend about this woman in her car. I ain't gonna lie, I walked past a woman when I was going up to the gym. She was sitting in her car. I believe she was on TikTok yelling at her phone. I'll say it like this. Women, don't you think it's kind of fucking weird and creepy? You're sitting there by yourself on your phone in the middle of fucking nowhere. This girl's like on the off-ramp of a fucking highway. Like, my feelings are getting hurt. They got yell and scream on TikTok about how bad men are. Here's what it is. Let me give you some personal advice. Stop thinking that you're not chasing men because you are. Stop thinking that you don't have to cook me a fucking meal because you will. Stop thinking that you're not going to drain these balls because you're going to because you like it just as much as I do. Stop thinking that, you know, the patriarchy is horrible and bad towards women when we're the ones doing everything for you. Men do everything for women. So shut the fuck up and just sit there and be pretty. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to do anything else. Just be pretty. Be polite. Be respectful. You know, women from fucking 300 years ago did that shit just fine. There was no technology. Yeah, they gossip and shit. And yes, there was stupid ass men out there. You know who dealt with those men? Not fucking women, because you're doing the same thing today. All you feminist women are all doing the same thing today. Y'all pretending that you're doing something, but you ain't doing nothing but yelling and fucking screaming at everything. Okay? That's literally what women do all day long. Yell and scream about shit, and you do nothing about it. Say women been fighting for this, fight for that. Women, no, man has been fighting for this and fight for that. Not women, because women can't do anything. They can scream and shout, yes, but men are the one that change the laws. Men are the one that change the dynamics of the world. I wonder why that is. Oh, because God made man first? Yeah. But you know, since most people don't believe in God anymore because they're all a bunch of fucking idiots, you know, bless their souls, but you know, when they're sitting there complaining, bitching, and moaning about stuff and that, okay, well, what are you doing about it?
You're about to face your first real challenge.
You know what you do?
Up enough.
You rely on man. More melee, more defense. He has so much fucking life. Oh, those two. Shit. Shit. Turn inside of it. Turn the brightness a little bit. Oh, that's a lot better. I can actually fucking see. I don't know how good this is gonna go down. I'm probably going to die a lot.
You woke the wrong dog. Ah, yeah! It's time to paint this body with love. No! No!
Oh, nice. Window.
Look at this shit!
Man, listen to this woman talking about screwy yelling in her car. Listen to it from the beginning, it's just fucking hilarious.
It is time that men collectively start listening to women. Because if you actually would shut down your ego for just 5 minutes and listen openly to what women ask for and what women want, maybe y'all could stop believing the lies that you tell yourself of what women want, and maybe we wouldn't have such a high divorce rate.
I mean, I don't know about that one, considering women...
Sit down and drop you. Okay, we do. The biggest problem that I notice, men do listen. I treat my ex with the most care. We went all the time. We always did shit. I paid for everything. I did everything I could. My bank account was always fucking dry. And she still broke up with me. So, woman, you're lying right to our faces. I made her life easier. She wanted a dryer, so I went out, I spent money, and she got a little dryer for herself that works really well. I bought her jewelry to make her look beautiful in that, because she liked it. I did everything possibly I could. I fed her well in that, because I've always went out and bought good food in that. I every time I teach her some stuff in that about budgeting and that, and making sure that she can at least save a couple, like $20, $30 per paycheck in that, and start build up a savings thing so she doesn't have to be constantly fucking broke. And she's not with me still, so this is what women are saying to do. To be like this, to be like me, to be nice, to be respectful, to be loving, to be caring. And then I come to a conclusion from the research, personal, actual experience, that I was just a cat to her. I was just there. At first, it was lovey-dovey, and that's the thing. That's the only thing I remember. That I want to remember is the first part of it. The first part of it was fucking amazing. I remember, you know, the kisses, the loving, the caring, but I bet you $100. You know, I probably don't have $100. I bet you a couple dollars. Broke ass motherfucker. That, I'm sure that her friends probably said something to drag her ass to believe something. And this is the biggest thing. Women are gullible, just like the serpent told Eve to eat the fucking apple of knowledge. So, going back to biblical fucking times, y'all bitches are all fucking confused, and that's why man has to rule over you. Because you're gullible. You believe every fucking damn thing besides the man that you're with. So if another woman says, that's a red flag, you should be doing this, this, and this, you literally get brainwashed. Why? Women should not have women friends? I wonder why. Like, girls that are not single should not have single girlfriends. Unless something happens, like their spouse dies or their boyfriend breaks up with them and blah, blah, blah. But they always want to drag people down. I wonder why women are always dragging man down. Just knowing what I read in Genesis, how the serpent actually talked to Eve. Know what Eve said? Told God, the Almighty God, when he asked, after they ate the fruit of knowledge, he's like, where are you guys? Came into the garden, was trying to talk, the Holy Spirit did. Trying to talk to them, and I was like, where are you guys at? I mean, he obviously knew where they're at, but like, you know, he always wants to ask the questions and that because, you know, he's curious, like, you know, you're my creation, where are you at? He comes to like, oh, we're embarrassed in that. She's like, did you eat from the tree of knowledge? Yeah, he immediately said, Adam immediately said, my wife gave me the fruit. He's like, what have you done? I told you not to do that because now you're going to have to die. And God was super gentle with it. He's like, I told you not to do that because you're going to die now, bro. Like, I don't want you to, you know. I want you to live in paradise.
Just waiting around is killing me.
You got everything here. What are you doing? So, women, how about you give deep respect to that you're just manipulative from the beginning. You're a manipulative, gullible person from the beginning. So, you can't say nothing. I would hate to say it just to be a fucking huge dick. You ruined paradise for fucking man. So, for that case, you shall fucking be sitting there and do whatever fucking takes to rebalance that. But you still don't. You ruined it for man. Man was happy. Even with you. Because they're supposed to be one. But you still betrayed us. And you sit there and you do it over and over and over because you're gullible and fucking ignorant. Literally, feminism was created by a fucking serpent, satanic man. A serpent has got you again. That's why you create all this feminist shit. You should be down on your fucking knees, praying to God, getting some forgiveness because you fucked up again. Because you believe a serpent again. This is why we got problems. Go to that Bible and read and actually understand why the fall of man happened. And we're the only thing that can pick your asses back up and tell you, like I'm saying now, that you fucked up. You never believe that you fucked up. Well, there you go. That's why there's a big pandemic of lonely men.
Let's go.
We ain't lonely. Most of us don't even give a fuck. The only ones that do give a fuck are the ones that are trying their best to get with you. And then when they find out you ain't worth it, they're going to drop you. They're going to be like, okay, fuck this shit. I'm hanging with the boys. Why? Because men are more faithful and more loyal to each other than women are loyal to each other, loyal to man. I don't need statistics to fucking say it, because the first thing a woman did was get manipulated and made man fall. So I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with God's fucking word, not a bunch of bullshit artists who want to say a bunch of crap. You don't know shit. You know, like... And I completely get it. You know, God, you know, evidently how he talks now, he's a hell of a lot nicer. Now, the way he said it was, he didn't think it was bad. He just like, you're just learning type stuff. Well, how many times is a serpent gonna fucking tell you to fucking hate on man, to hate on God and that, until you finally realize that, well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe you need to fight with faith. Maybe you need to fight these demons that you keep on pushing upon everything. Because I hate men. Men are so bad. Why are men bad? Because they don't do things like that. No, it's because you don't do things that are naturally for women to do. You think it's about controlling. Well, what are you doing? You're controlling, but you can't control man. Stop living in a fucking fairy tale of Amazonian. Them bitches were men. The Amazon bitches, they were men. Big ass fucking hoes. This ain't fucking Wonder Woman. Once again, all that fake shit. What is it? It's all fairy tales and you're gullible enough to fucking believe it. I rest my case. Women are too gullible. And the ones that aren't that gullible are the ones actually trying to push you into the position of saying, hey, stop being fucking hoes. You're not going to conquer over men. You need to love men like God made you to do. Is to love, to help, to be there for that man. Men haven't changed. Women have. Like I said, you're the first one that went to the serpent. The first one I went to the devil. And now we're doing it all over again. And now us guys that have huge faith, and we gotta bring up our faith even more. We're the ones that are fucking, you know, hurting to a certain extent, because we gotta work twice as hard now to deal with the culture that is. I literally go into work, I work with two young women, that claim to be sexist, claim to say men are bad. How do you think that makes a man feel when you're walking into a fucking damn place that I work at? The first thing they do, they want to submit that they're strong-willed women because I have a job. And they claim that men are all sexist. And I'm sitting out to work with these people, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're not bad. Where's this hatred coming from? That's what I ask myself. Where's all this coming from? Oh, the funny thing is, they don't think that. They identify when certain men do certain things because they do not know.
You just need to shoot more bullets.
2000. I don't think I left it for that. That's really good sniper rifle. They identify stuff because they don't fucking know. And that's all they do. They identify sexism. They identify fucking men treating women like shit. And I come in, I say that's what a lot of women like though. And they get quiet. Because they know. I literally just expressed it to them. I say, you know a lot of women like that shit, right? And they get quiet. I'm being serious. Like, why do you think that dude always has women? Women use guys all the time. They submit themselves to dudes. And women don't understand why they do it, because You're supposed to. That's the whole point. You're fighting against your own natural thing. You think of being submissive and sitting there submitting yourself to a man is bad. Who says that's bad? Other single, feminist, satanic women do. Okay. Well, they don't need to do it. You don't need to fall in and line because you're gullible. The point's taken. You're gullible. You believe in every damn thing that a woman says, even though that they're wrong. You're just gullible. So if you're gullible and you do stupid shit, and then you wonder why you're single that long, maybe you should listen to women that what? Women that actually have been married for a long time. They say you're gonna be up and down. I'm with my parents right now. They've been married for 40 fucking years.
You're not a skag,
They had their ups and downs, but they dealt with it.
I only shoot skag. Mostly, anyways. I'll see you later, right?
And then when things get rough, they try their best to deal with it. I say pray.
Oh, yeah.
Praying does a lot of things for you. It amplifies your mind to think for peace only, think for love only. I mean, I'm at work and that, and the one girl talks about, that, men are sexist and that. Her man tells her what to do all the damn time, and she is submissive, and she automatically listens to him. These experiences and the actual things I see in real life is why these women talk fucking so much crap on TikTok. The thing is, we don't listen to you because you do the opposite. When a man literally tells you what to do in that, and you want to be with him, and you love him. I mean, how he says it could be different, yeah.
More or less. Anyone else has a job for you. You know what you need to know.
100%. But that's what it is. So these women, the ladies complain on TikTok because they just want easy money. They want everything to be easy.
You the one killing all the crap people.
What do you think about it? Is like a weaker form of man is a woman. It comes down to physical labor and stuff like that. So women are smarter than that. If women say that they have more IQ than men, then why haven't you figured out how to get a man? Yeah, let me drop that fucking mic for you. Just think about that for a second. If it's like women always want to complain and belly about men and that. Like, you don't treat us well in that. But if you had a high enough IQ, that's why men are saying we're telling you what we want from you. What are you doing? But see, maybe women don't listen to man. Maybe the man wasn't the one that named all the creatures in the world. Maybe man wasn't the first one made. Maybe a woman was made first. Then you would be called woo, which means wound, man. You already wound a man. You're from a man. You're from the flesh of a man. That's why when people get together in communion and vows and underneath God, you become one with man. That's why you become a wife. And he becomes a husband. That is an honor to do that. It's an honor to be with a man. You say, well, not all men are like, well, it's because you don't choose the right man. Well, okay, well, it's your choice. If you dress up really nice in that, which, you know, you're probably already skinny in that, you're already looking good in that, you get 100 men in front of you. You go with one that gives you the most gullible reaction.
I hate to send you away. Great company and all, but I gotta go take a dump.
So if you sit there and you think to yourself, okay, what kind of man do I want? Then you think to yourself, okay, what kind of man do I know? Well, the only man that you probably would know from birth is your father. So once again, if you don't know your father, because knowing a father's love is what makes a woman fall in love with a man. Do you need help? Oh, steady, steady. But yeah, so that's why I always talk about this stuff. That's for the security of women that actually want to understand. They fight against it. Just don't want to be with you then. Like if a woman wants to be with me because they want to have sex with me and that, or because of whatever reasons it is, I'd be like, no, I don't want to be with you. Damn, dude.
Did you know that by aiming your crosshairs at an enemy, your HUD can display your target's level, health, and shield streak? The higher level an enemy, the more dangerous they will be. If you see a skull, you'd better get out of there fast.
This shit lasts for a pretty long ass time. I love his berserk mode. That's why Brick's so damn good. I mean, he's better when he has a rocket launcher, but you don't get a rocket launcher till later on.
That must have hurt.
But yeah, I stand corrected with the things that I say. Women are too gullible. The gullibleness of women is why they ruin themselves. And women always want to get mad at man for noticing that. Why are you getting mad at man for noticing your faults? It's your fault. Like me and my ex were together, and I know she talked about certain things and being mad about things. About how she felt about certain things, about what I was doing and that. This shit's so slow. Yeah, and we try to have conversations about things. And when we talked and that, we talked about things that we both wanted. And I never wanted a lot. I told her, like, you're into too materialistic of stuff. You just got too much materialistic stuff and that you don't care about being with someone. You only care about what you get out of it. Because inside of people's mind that only care about status, they're like, well, my girlfriends have this. Why does it matter if your girlfriends have this? Why does it matter if your girlfriends have this or have that or have this or whatever it is? Because I want it. Okay, use the word want. Damn, that's way better. That's nice. Cool. I love shotguns. Yeah, shotguns in this game are way fucking better than the second one. Second one shotguns, even the ones that give you 13 times. Pellets you up close and you shoot them, that doesn't do enough damage. But yeah, like listening to like all the personal experience stuff that I've been with, most women that don't have good fathers or don't have any fathers at all or actual fathers, there's a huge chance that they're not going to be able to fall in love. Huge chance. Now, at first they probably will, but with today's society and that, they'll go instantly on TikTok. And they're like, oh, listen to this woman in that. She talks about men and that, how to get a man and that. And they got older women in that. That's how it starts. And they'll talk about all this bullshit and that. It's like, oh, you get to do this, do this, do this. Look like a whore and a slut and that. And then men will always fall for you. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, if a man falls for you, now you know, you know, you gotta do this and this and this. You know, if he doesn't do any of this stuff and that, you just like, oh no, you're not my man. For all these red flags and that. They would look for, I don't look for red flags. I told my ex this. Because, you know, she used to get mad about really silly stuff and that. A lot of it was just emotional outbursts because she smoked too much weed, and weed is horrible for you. So anyway, so we talked about certain things and that. And I said, I like you for your bad and your good. And I can't say that you're bad, it's going to stay bad forever, because certain things can be learned and certain things can be worked out. If you choose to do it, just like with me and that. You know, you want me to help you out with stuff and that, and so I did. I did what I thought was naturally right to do. And what happened? Nothing. I was the one that got left because you started to treat me like a friend, not a boyfriend. Which means you start to disrespect me in the way that my life was. Women always want to ask, what'd you do? Why the relationship go? You know, they always want to say, oh, it's always the man's fault. And I said, I don't know, she just wasn't the one that wanted to be a woman. She didn't want to sacrifice anything. If you really love someone in that, you'd sacrifice, you know, a lot of things to be with them and see them in that. Well, she saw me a lot. Because she wanted to get laid, and she wanted to use stuff. At least that's my perspective of looking at it. Because that's basically how it came to. Now, true feelings, I have no idea. You know, I don't believe she ever said that she loved me. Which is a huge thing for a man to understand where their woman's coming from. But it was all about status. Because the last guy that she was with, they always went on trips and shit. Oh, fuck these sneezes. They went on trips a lot and that. And he would always... They would always do things and shit. And he had kids of his own that she was trying to, I guess, take in some way because she wanted to have kids. Yeah, I tried to bounce it, buddy. Then again, true intentions are a lot different than what we think of people. I don't know her true intentions. I only felt it a couple times. And all I have to say is, you know, there's so much damage on that. It shoots so slow. I hate guns that shoot slow. But yeah, let's listen to more of this nonsense.
Married to women actually have the highest divorce rate. So are you suggesting that women are also incapable of listening because of their own egos? Absolutely crazy here, guys. Modern women are just losing their minds on TikTok because men apparently aren't listening to them anymore. And I wonder why that might be the case. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, unfortunately. For today's episode, I have a horrible video clip for you here. Today, it is of this woman who's going to be essentially losing her marbles at us wondering why men don't listen to women. So let's jump in. As always, guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Let's take a listen.
It is time that men collectively start listening to women. Because if you actually would shut down your ego for just 5 minutes and listen openly to what women ask for and women want, maybe y'all could stop believing the lies that you tell yourself of what women want, and maybe we wouldn't have such a high divorce rate.
Okay, so right off the bat,
Well, knowing that you're just emoting because you don't have a man, that's why you're doing this. I don't have a man, so I'm gonna yell and scream about man. Yeah, that's why you don't have a man, because here's how you do it. Like I said before. Sit down. Stop talking so much. You don't need to be talking 24/7 about... Your emotions matter. When they matter. If it's a personal thing, emotions matter. If you're just dramatizing everything in that because you want this, you're just yelling and screaming because you got pent up emotions, that means you need dick. Am I wrong? Why not? You fix most women problems by fucking the shit out of them when they get upset and pissy because that's what they want. They're overly emoting, so you bang the shit out of them. What happens? They'll wake up and cook you dinner. Yeah, I'm not lying. Women do that too. I know from just experience. When I made my ex-woman fucking happy in the fucking bed, guess what happened? She was the coolest, peacefulest fucking person ever. She's all lovey-dovey and all that stuff and that, yeah. Yeah, bang the shit out of them. Constantly bang your wife. You been with her a lot? Eat out all the damn time. Eat out all the damn time. Just throw that bitch on the bed and spread those legs and start just plowing the shit out of her. She'll be fine. I remember this one old saying. It's funny though. It's like when a woman sits there and dramatizes and talks all the damn time and that. And the guy's like, shh. He picks her up, tells her to be quiet, picks her up, throws her in bed, starts taking off her clothes and starts doing her. And all of a sudden she's like, that's the best I've ever had. All stuff in that. Like, oh my God, thank you. I needed that. Oh yeah, it was the one short of these couple. They're a married couple now. I think they're like. They look like Mexican, European, or whatever. Or, I don't know, but like they look like that they're Albanian. Yeah, they're Albanian, and they're fucking hilarious. So one of the shorts comes up and that, and like she's just complaining and bitching and fucking moaning about everything. He comes in there. She comes into his room. He's sitting on his laptop, like doing work or whatever it is. It's a skit. And she just bitching and moaning that, and he just like, he just goes up to her, he listens to her, he's like, I'll see you in the bedroom. And she's like, okay. And he bangs the shit out of her. It's a skit, he doesn't actually show it that, but like to show the aftermath, he's sitting there smoking a stogie. She's like, oh my God, thank you for that. It was the best thing I had all day, and that I feel so good. Like, yeah. Because that's what you always want. You want to get fucked. When men are the same way. When men get too highly emotional, what do? They masturbate. They get laid. That's what happens. Like when guys, like a little bit of anatomy about a man. When a man doesn't jerk off for multiple days and that, he'll get stir crazy. He'll get upset. He'll get more aggressive. That's why they lift weights all the time and that. They keep their aggression down. That's why it's the same thing with women. That's why women, either get really aggressive by punching shit and get mad at everything, or they dramatize shit. They talk about a bunch of crap. It's just alleviation stress. So, bang. But as men get older now, we start to understand our cycles. We start to actually understand ourselves. Women just complain about it. You don't understand themselves. And the ones that do understand themselves, they're fucking, you know, cool as fuck. Yeah, like I know. I'm always horny and that. It's like, well, who isn't always horny? But no, you just need to get laid. That's why, you know, we got this monkey branch and shit going on. Honestly, I believe that's what happened with my ex, and I think after a while that when I basically told her, you know, like, vice versa, you know, if I'm doing this, I want you to do this for me and that, and he's like, okay, never happened. I start laying down what I wanted from her. I gave the stuff that she wanted, but she kept on wanting more than what I wanted from her. I said, settle down, you're moving too fast. You're like expecting so much. You're fantasizing about something that doesn't exist. And I thought about breaking up with her for like probably like a couple weeks before she even did anything with me. But it's like, okay, you know, God, Jesus always tells us, you know, work things out and that, try to work things out, pray for stuff and that, you know. And I tried and that, but like she didn't care. She was just like, well, you didn't give me everything I want in 3 months. Say two months. I'm like, 2 months is not a relationship, honey. We're just getting to know each other still. We just hang out. We were just happy together. No, you wanted all this bullshit because that's what you were used to. You were wanting all this crap because that's what you had before. And then women always rely on their past to interpret how they should live life. Through men. Every time they have a man, they remember all the good things they had with that man. I mean, I'm sure she looks at that fucking ring. She said it was the first really actual fucking expensive ring that any man ever bought her. And I said, so the husband that you were with bought you a Cracker Jack fucking ring. She said, well, it wasn't about the ring. Well, see, love is not about the ring. It's about what you desire. So if you see something you like, and that man can't be able to get it for you, or at least try to get it for you, and that, I mean, obviously it can't be super expensive, like a ring, and anyone can afford a $600-700 fucking ring. I'm sorry. Like, save up your money in that. If she's worth it, you get her something that's worth. So I got her something that's worth it. She obsessed about it. She was obsessed about it. She's still obsessed about it, probably still today. Probably still looking at it, and I wanted it back because I said it's gonna hurt you to have something that's gonna remind you of me. That it's the first thing that any man. That's funny. The first thing that any man ever got you that was actually worth something. So telling from that perspective, I would have to say I was the first man that ever was actually worth something to you, and you threw it away because things weren't moving in the top-notch speed of ludicrous speed. You couldn't just wait. You couldn't be in a relationship for a year or so. You talked about having kids up front, and like, I'm baby female, something like. You're rushing through it because you lost the potential of now. You guys sit there and deal with the consequences. I'm like, okay, well, then guess what? I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to get, yelled at over stupid shit. So, I leave. Bye. No. I don't know what to say. Modern women are fucking weird with this shit. And women don't understand things with gold because You just can't because you don't have a father figure to understand it from.
No man wants to listen to you because even on a TikTok video where you are quite literally sitting by yourself, you have to be yelling.
Hey,
Like,
why don't you
this
come
is
over
not
here and
setting
chat a
good
while?
stage for
Always nice to know to have
men to
company out
listen
here.
to you. Okay, if we cannot be calm on a TikTok video with just you yourself in your car, men are not going to want to listen to you, okay? Especially in the context of either you giving advice or the men being in a relationship with you. There are so many things, guys, I would rather suffer through than listen to this woman or like actively be in a relationship with her. It's one thing to listen on a TikTok video, guys, but this is a creature that you do not want to involve yourself.
Creature.
Modern day men will never allow a woman to be right. I saw this clip of a podcast of a man talking about how he's high value, and the woman proceeds to tell him that it's not about your height, it's not about the money that you make.
You're not dead.
High value. And instead of him being open to what she was talking about from a woman's perspective, he said that she was speaking womanese.
What?
Okay, so here's the thing about this, right? Number one, yeah, I guess calling yourself high value is cringe, but here's the thing. Women say that height doesn't matter. Women say that money doesn't matter. Women
Bullshit.
argument, guys, it's all about your personality.
Bullshit.
You just have to be confident, man.
Bullshit.
Go out there and you'll find the one because women, at the end of the day, they're just looking for love.
Bullshit.
How attractive you are.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Don't consider dudes to be valuable because they have good morals, unfortunately. Now, this might have been a little bit different quite a few moons ago, but modern day women, guys, certainly don't value a man more because he has good morals. This is complete nonsense, right? And the reason you can verify that this is nonsense is you just watch what women do, man. That's all you have to do. You can believe women, you can go out there, and the beautiful thing is you can test it yourself and then realize how stupid it is.
Yep.
Let's keep going here. Holy hell.
About from a woman's perspective, he said that she was speaking womanese. And this is a perfect depiction of how men as a whole in society view women. Very seldom do our opinions actually matter.
Okay, so first of all, women's opinions do matter very much, especially to men who don't know any better, right? Let me just paint a picture for you. A guy, he's growing up in current day society, he consumes current day media, he goes through the public schooling system. You will absolutely take modern women's opinions very seriously.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but ladies, stop pursuing men.
Absolutely take modern women's opinions.
It's kind of fucked up because that's what I used to do. And the only reason why women ever attracted me because I was good looking. I think that too. I'm about to give me some SMGs. Everybody got sucks ass. Quick healing, not like that. Yeah, but women are funny though. Like, literally, I do all the nice things I can. They, like most women do not even. A prime example, like, I can say from accident, like, literally all she wanted was dick. And I'm not even lying about it. Like, it happened so quickly. And I never understood it because I'm just sitting there like, Like, my mind was blown away because you're naked in front of me and that, and like we're not even actually dating, and you want to like do stuff with me and that. I'm just like, okay, we can start off with like little stuff and that. You're instantly like throwing everything in the fucking feel at me, which is telling me you do that with every fucking dude that you think that's hot. And then when I look at women in that are younger than that, I can see that they have like control dominant issues, and I see it. Like there was one girl at the gym that she works at the gym. I saw her today, and she was sitting there with some like little simp ass dude. And like she did not want to be next to me at all, and I thought it was kind of funny, man, because she was just sitting there like, I would be working out and that really fucking hard, and all of a sudden, you know, she moved. She just sitting there flirting around with some dude that she caught. That she was a succubus. She was not polite at all. She was a complete bitch towards me. Cause I called her out before for being fucking lazy. Cause she was working like the night shift, you know, from like 7 to 10 or something like that. I mean, she was there for a while now. And I called the GM up. You know, I talked to her the next day and that, and I said, yeah, the girls that I saw here that were here after like 8 or 9 o'clock and that, they were fucking lazy. They didn't do shit. All the paper towels were not even filled up in that. I had to tell them, like, hey, you know, it's like, you guys need to do your job, and there's paper towels in that. There's nothing filled up. Like, can you please do that? Like, you guys are not doing anything. Like, you have the easiest job in the fucking world. You sit there all day and do nothing. So, like, okay. So I started, you know, I complained towards the GM, and then I said, hey, you know, you got people here that you hire that don't do shit. They literally don't do anything. I see it. I'm in here all the time, and I'm like, and I kind of told her, like, but you don't want to hire a man like me. You want to hire a bunch of women to do these jobs, even though they're easy, but they don't do the jobs anyway. So, you need to direct your women that are working here to say, like, hey. No, because I think it's unfair that mostly people that work out here are men. What's up, Flame? Yeah, I'm just like thinking to myself about this stuff. I mean, obviously I don't say everything that I, you know, say on here because a lot of it's in my thoughts and that. But I'm just sitting there like thinking, and all of a sudden, you know, she probably did tell him and that. But that's the thing. If men are scared to tell women, like, how, like, something's not done in that, and she told me, it's like, well, I am the GM. They're like, yeah, that's the point. You're the general manager here. I'm trying to help you out. Not click the live chat on PlayStation? I have no idea. If you have a PS4, then that's different. PS4 used to have this going on the PlayStation Network too. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I just go on YouTube. YouTube is probably the best spot to go to. That's all I can say. Cause I don't know. All I know is when PS4 was out, PS4 had a different chat thing, and I kind of missed that. But then again, you can't look at full screen, but you can actually see the chat on the side. Now they changed the format, and it's kind of crappy. It's better for me to play, but it's harder for people to like. It's harder for me to see the chat, because it only pops up every so often. That's why a lot of people like to have like different chat boxes and shit. I wish I could have a chat box, I could organize that, but I don't know how to do that. I can look at it and see, like, I don't think there's a way of doing it. It does say display chat, but doesn't pop up the chat on the side. Is that what on my left corner or not? I don't fucking know. They change formats too much. That is terrible. Machine pistol. Ooh, I do like machine pistol because that does sound really fucking fun. These guns are really good. Shoot, Nelly?
Very seriously, right? And
Listen
this is
to.
why we have such a huge problem is because women are out here lying to men. Kill them all! Here's what happens. The men and you know what happens to the men? They get screwed over, they get cheated on, they get overlooked, they get ignored.
Yeah.
So at some point, guess what happens?
The UV? Yeah. That's fine. You put on like 10 minutes? Okay. Yeah, that's all the same. It's right there.
Society view women. So very seldom do our opinions actually matter. Very seldom do our views on things actually matter. A man will literally ask me what you think about something.
Yeah, I can smell it.
I had a conversation with my dad's friend a few days ago, and he was talking about modern day women and modern day men. I refuted some of his ideas. I said that's rooted in misogyny.
Mahogany, guys, rooted.
Rude and mahogany. That's bullshit. You do not know what words mean. You know what misogynistic actually means? It means that you hate men. Men are genetically prone to love women. You just hate men because you are the one doing it. You're the one that doesn't know any better than it. You're the one that's ignorant. You're the one that's stupid. You're the one that's this. Mahogany.
I'm gonna squeeze you till you bleed.
I love that you said it like. No, it's not.
And this is what women actually want in relationships. And she told me that I was wrong.
Because you are.
Many years of life experience over you. He has probably dated more women than you have, right? The reason why these dudes do this is because they have had enough experience that you
That man was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? That man with all these women and they all do the same thing. Oh my god, no they don't! Yeah, they do. Mahogany.
So this dude was probably making some sort of line of thinking about how modern women actually don't respond well to positive treatment, and that's pretty accurate.
They don't.
Estimation as well. Again, just asking modern women how their dating lives are going and the type of men that they chase, and oftentimes they will actually.
It's rooted in hatred for women. And this is what women actually want in relationships. And she told me that I was wrong. Women don't even know what they want. When we
Don't look at my arm.
to bend to the views that men have of us. Their fear of women actually standing up for themselves still. This modern day talk of modern day women is still decades ago.
Huh?
My buddy over here, his daughter didn't turn out too great, did she? Because she's over here for, like, this is the type of the butterfly and tattoo. And apparently, guys, this is breaking of women actually standing up for themselves. It's just a completely inaccurate word to use here. Second of all, you're not standing up for yourself, you're just getting offended and not actually, you're not actually accurate. I'll do the logical thing and I'll go out here and I'll listen to a woman. And then what happens when men do this, particularly over years, is they get constantly screwed over. It is loss after loss, okay? And then they start to
I'm gonna eat you when I'm done. Another slave to feed me.
What they do? Personal experience, guys. I know from personal experience. Women want you to pile drive them and fuck the shit out of them. And as long as you keep on pleasuring them and think that you're hot enough, they'll try to keep you forever and ever and ever. No, they'll try. You ignore them. That's what happened at first. That's how I got my ex to like me so much. I ignored her. When she pissed me off and I said, nope. I stopped talking to her. She got fucking mad because she had no one else to go to. So point taken. She was so desperate for attention and that. And when another girl got involved that was hitting on me or getting close to me, she'd get fucking pissed. Because she had no one else. She was so alone in her own way. Because she wanted a man because everybody else had a man besides her. I mean, she did at the time and that, but her man wasn't doing anything because he figured out that she was just, you know, there. That she wasn't really particularly 100% worth it because of how she acts. When women are upfront with how they talk about themselves, like I have a girl working that talks about all of her problems. She told me all these problems about her. It's like victim mentality after victim mentality. That poor me, you know, my life sucks and that because this. I'm just like, why the fuck are you telling me this shit? Like, I don't even, like, it's like the first week and I know, like, basically your whole entire fucking life. I mean, that's cool and all, like, certain things and that, but, like, you're talking about, like actual issues that I don't really give a fuck about. Like, I don't care. Okay, cool. What do you want me to do? Feel bad for you? Is that what it is? Feel bad for me because I'm all messed up? No, that's disgusting. Yeah, you're all fucked up and that, so I'm gonna be like, no. It's like you're fucking sitting there telling me that you got like a disorder or something, and something to do with you that's wrong, and you want me to sit there and be like, okay. That's fucking sexy, I guess. Like, do you not know how to talk to fucking men? Because you talk to men like you talk to your fucking, like, best friend. You don't do that, actually. Not at first. Like, that shit's a little disturbing. Yeah, I don't need to know. All your problems up front. Nah. I'm on my stream. What's she barking at? Do we have another quest I can do besides that one? Oh, that's why I needed the seed thing. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I forgot about that. I thought you get closer to level 12. But yeah, like, you know, like she talks about all this stuff and that, and honestly, like, nothing really matters. That it's just like, why would you talk to me about stuff? My ex did the same thing. She talked about all the guys that she like had sex with and shit. I'm like, why do I care about how many guys you banged? You think that's a fucking turn on? Saying I'm experienced. There you go again, comparing yourself. Yeah, how'd that go out for you? It didn't. Because all that experience of that, knowing that I was kind of not as experienced, because I don't fucking bang people just to bang them, because I'm stupid as fuck. It's a waste of fucking emotions and time. and then when you find out that I'm just, well, intelligent enough to know what to do, you lost control. So I told her, yeah, it's like I'm still, you know, I guess I can call myself a virgin. I've never been with a lot of women. I never fully like been with a woman all the way, you know. And she thought that I was like simp-y because I was like doing stuff for her now. Like I don't know, I bought food for you, Nat, because it was the nice thing to do. It's called giving back to people that don't have as much as I do. It's like I didn't do those things to be like, oh, I'm trying to get pussy. Because it wasn't true. Because I ended up getting it anyway. In some way. And I denied it because I didn't want to. The love wasn't there. There wasn't no mutual fucking love. It was just a rush. And that's what women, modern women tend to do. They want to rush these relationships just to get a fucking kid out of it. And they say that they don't. But what are you doing then? You're literally rushing this relationship to get a kid out of it. You tell me up front what you're doing. And I listen. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, I'm not ready for it. And I'm not going to do it. You're telling me something that is, well, it's ignorant towards me. Like, say, hey, put a baby in me. Like, why? Well, don't you love me? Like, yeah, but my love for you is not just to get you pregnant. My love for you is to get to know you and understand you, and then... And I told her, yeah, we could rush it a little bit, but you gotta give it at least a year or so. A whole year is not a lot to wait. I was like, you're such in a hurry for everything. Everything's such in a hurry. I ain't gonna lie, these skag are fucking ruthless. Compared to, like, 2 and that, 2 and 3 skags are not as ruthless. These motherfuckers jump all over the place. They leap like 20 feet to hit you. The funny thing is they don't stop attacking you either. They just keep on leaping at you. They leap at you, then they claw you, and then they keep leaping at you. It's like, boom. But, yeah, just going back to how the experience goes with the... My one girl I was hanging out with and that, you know, I was playing around with her at work and shit. Not right now, until about this was a while ago when I was younger than that. And I'm always like, you know, I was falling for her and that. She was trying to coast me in and that because she was attracted to me. And she actually told me, you know, when I asked her, I was like, why do you like me so much? Oh, I'm just attracted to you. And she wanted to make me because I was good looking. I'm like, what's this? You wanted to make me because you were attracted to me. You didn't want to be with me because of my personality now. You didn't give a fuck about what I actually wanted. You only cared about what you wanted. Point taken. Right there. Send it back. She only cared about what she wanted. She coerced me in with manipulations. Minor manipulations. Give me false, like, accusation about, you know, who she was and that. And when she thought that she could control me, which, good luck with that. She, it got worse and worse and worse. When I started being more dominant, and I started being more controlling over what was going on in that, and I was trying to set up the boundaries and shit for myself, I'm not saying that's 100% why the broke-up happened. I'm still curious as of today why these things happened. Damn, that's actually really fucking good. I like the quick regeneration, because healing's great. It's a really good shield too. Fuck, that's really good. See how fast they attack you? You get close to them, they just butcher you. They don't stop attacking you. But yeah, it's just like, it's kind of weird when you go through this cycle and that you're all like, huh, this and that, about this and that, and you're just sitting there like, what the fuck? Are women really like this? Are all these guys telling the truth? Because my personal experience, I'm really like, that's what they want. They want to be treated like shit to a certain extent, and they want you to push them and emotionalize them. So, okay. Why do women want that shit? I don't even fucking know. You bitches are just crazy. Like, you got so much emotional issues in that you can't even, like, solve it yourself. So you gotta push fucking man to do it for you type shit.
You found a shock weapon. These can penetrate most shields and have a chance of stunning their target.
Okay, I'm almost level 11. What time is it? Passive. Yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock. Okay.
She'll tell you.
Listen about his bullshit.
She's out here looking for love. She wants a nice man with a good personality. He has to be funny. And he has to be just confident. You know, confident, funny, good, caring personality. Now, what are the men that women usually chase? I would argue the men that women usually chase don't even have any of these attributes, really. Maybe he's confident, sure. But they're not with him because of his witty humor. They're not with him because he's so nice. If anything, a lot of these guys, when you're being nice to modern women, it's so unfortunate, man, but a lot of them just interpret it as you being weak.
Yeah.
You try and show up with some chivalry immediately. Have you tried, guys, getting a modern woman a bouquet of flowers on the first date?
They freak.
Holy hell, man. A lot of them...
So basically what Fiend's stating here, and I agree with him 100%. Women don't accept it because they're groomed by these fucking probably liberal-based men, liberal-based society ways that hates on everything, because that's what a lot of democratic people do. They literally hate on everything. They just don't know when. They don't love. Well, you don't accept God, of course you don't fucking love. You moron. And when you don't accept God in your life, then there's a huge chance you're not going to learn the knowledge of the heavens. You're not gonna know. So you're gonna sit there and keep on being blindsided by stuff. Like if anyone that has a good amount of like actual thinking skill, and you read the Bible, that the Bible literally explains from Genesis how a woman should be, and it says a woman is a help. They help man. They're helpers, which means your job is to make the man's life easier because his life is already going to be dealing with a lot of crap to begin with.
Always nice for a fella to have company out here.
Now, women deny that, like, men's lives aren't so hard, and da da da. Well, today's society is a little bit different than that because, you know, you don't have to be no. Oh, fuck these sneezes. So you don't have to be home. But do you think men want you to be out in the world with other men? Why do you think women are why do you think women most likely cheat more than men do? They say, oh, no, they don't. And I'd be like, are you fucking serious? No, they don't. I'm like, but why is it statistics? How many body? It's like you ask, well, how many body? What's your body count? They get quiet. That doesn't matter. I'm like, well, no, it does matter because that's what you're going into. I'm not going to be number 20. So I'm going to be on your count list to brag about how many guys you fucked because that's disgusting. You don't think that's disgusting, then that's because you weren't raised right. You're raised like a fucking moron. Scream and shout all you want. You're raised like a fucking moron. That's your own damn fault. You're raised like a whore. You are a whore. You become a whore. You start fascinating and fantasize about being a fucking whore and shit. Run, I got blow. Nope, 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 nope. But yeah, like, it gets to that point where you start to think to yourself, like, why is everything changing? It's because people don't want to be with God. That's why things change. People want to hate on things. They want to destroy things. They want to sit there and be, you know, pieces of shit towards people, and that because they go against what they think. And it's like, but you might be wrong in what you think. Oh, I can't be wrong in what I think because there's too much proof, and there's not enough proof. Like, if it's not coming from God, God's word, which were like the biggest saints of all saints, from Moses to Noah, and from, you know, Enoch and all these people that were just powerful fucking people back then. I mean, powerful people. You couldn't even walk next to them because you would feel God's power with them. And people would like be like, well, they'll question that. Yeah, that's what it is. You want to question things you don't know. Good. Ask the questions. You receive answers. But if you think you have answers to a question that you ask yourself, which, you know, you can figure some things out. But the biggest thing is you ain't gonna figure out everything. And you won't, because you can't. That's why you have to listen. Yeah, my fucking speaker foam shit is messed up. I got Raycon's fucking headset and my speaker pad got unstitched somehow. I don't know how it got unstitched. And now it just fell off. Yeah, I'm not buying from Raycon ever again. So I'm not going to waste $70, $80 on a headset that's going to fall apart after a year.
Or even if they're appreciative of it, you'll just be like dude number 5. So, no thank you. No thank you.
Rooted in the same things that women fought for decades ago. And men will go on to talk about how the divorce rate is high and women are divorcing men. Yes, because the same things that our grandmothers and great-grandmothers experienced are still going on. There is still a lack of respect for women in society that we are not allowed to have our own opinions.
No, here's the misconception that these women have. There's not a lack of respect for
opinions. Okay. When opinions matter, we listen as men. How many men that are married or how many men that have girlfriends that literally complain about fucking absolutely nothing just to get a rise out of someone? Think about it. How many women just complain about something because they're bored? How many women complain about things just because they hear it from someone else and they just want to talk? They want their opinions to matter. They want attention. It's attention. That's why we do anything. That's why I'm on here talking about this stuff tonight, because I'm trying to get attention from people. And both sides, this is, what people like to listen to is, complaining about how fucking stupid life can be sometimes. But giving you a source of direction towards something that might be better, say like relationship advice, how to be a real man. Stop caring. Number 1. Stop caring about what people think about you, even women.
Patricia Tanis, Dahl Scientific Advisor.
Because if you look the part, you will be that woman's man. She will do anything to get in your pants every single fucking damn time.
Company in the ruins on Prometheus. Technology that many believe made them the superpower they are now. This kind of find seems astronomically improbable on a rock like this, but my benefactors believe in it enough to waste my considerable talents. I've only been here for 3 hours, and I already believe this planet day 43 on Pandora. At least I believe it to be the 43rd day I've been here. The moonlight cycles are difficult to get used to. The planet rotation day is over 90 hours long. The people that inhabit this salted dust ball are as ignorant as I've seen in this galaxy. When I attach scientific inquiry to something like the vault, I'm greeted with silly nursery rhymes and slack-jawed soliloquy about a man who knew a man who knew a man. They drift off into a stupor where I half imagine they're drunk or brain damaged and are unaware of my continued presence. If I believed in hell, I would contemplate how it compared to Pandora. Ironically, such a belief would align me with these Neanderthals.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get off of that. Listen to this gobbledygook.
Women in society.
I go to the gym.
Lack of respect for women like you in society. That's really what there is. There are older women, guys. There are like grandmothers and things like this, women in their 50s who have been married for like 20 years. Some of them watch this channel. I joke about how there's a few women who watch this channel from time to time. A lot of the older women, they look at a man like this and they're like, what in the hell happened?
Feminism.
Why dudes go to the Philippines, they go to Southeast Asia, they just straight up leave Western countries. It's because it's not a lack of respect.
Like me as a man, 35 years old, I just want to be happy. I don't want the white picket fence and all that shit. I really don't care about that crap. I just want to be happy. I just want to be able to sit there and hang out, you know, maybe make love every now and again, you know, and then possibly maybe get married and that. But marriage a fucking joke because I have to like do all this crap. Dude, I'm like, no, it's too much. It's too much. It's just too much. I don't want to do all that. It's just too much. Like, no. Oh, no. It's just too much. I hate to say it though, it's just how it is. You know, women want to get mad about stuff like that, so you can get mad all the fuck you want. It's just too much. I don't want all that. I want a woman that just wants to love me for how great I am, for what I have. And that's it. Like, I don't want all this crap. And that's the thing is, like, the society serpents out there, all these, you know, serpent satanic women, all they want is probably ones that don't believe in God, most likely, or Christ, or the Holy Spirit, most likely, and say the Trinity. And they believe that, you know, number one, they're liberals. Most liberal women are very, 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 very hard to date. They're the crazy ones that literally will have sex with you just because their feelings say so. They're the crazy ones that sit there and will complain about life and that and say how bad their lives are. And they victimize the fuck out of themselves every 5 seconds with that crap. And it's just like, oh my god. The best way to get a man too. Best way to get a man or a woman. Let's say man. Best way to get a man is to victimize the fuck out of yourself and say how bad life is for you. That's a fucking high five for me. Oh my god, really? No, stupid. That's dumb as fuck. Why in the world would I give a fuck? Why, as a man at my age that had lots of experience with sluts and a lot of fucking hoes, to a certain extent, talking to them, flirting with them and that, and they just drop their pants right in front of me. And I pay for nothing. Because women think that's what men always want. They are bred to think sex is everything for a man. I ask myself, I'm like, why do women think that? I don't know, because women that are whores or sluts, the ones that do all this sexual interactions, are the ones telling their friends this is how you get a man.
What are you?
So when this woman that's on Taylor Fiend, she's talking about men never listen to women. I say, okay. Do women ever listen to man? The pause and that, like, well, we try, okay, so do we. But your job as a woman genetically, you know, I say this from the perspective of a woman, yeah, I admit a lot of men out there are pieces of shit. I admit a lot of men out there, you know, they're stout, they have the looks, they have all this charm and that, and they don't want to marry you. Yeah. You go after the top percentage of men because you're biologically supposed to. Thing is, online dating, this is where it happened. Internet dating has exposed all these hot people and that, and then all of a sudden, like, all these hot dudes pop up, and you're like, wow, the world's different than that. When you're supposed to meet people around your area, where you're born at, and fall in love with people in your area. That's why, like, looks for me, they matter to a certain extent, yes. Because, you know, I'm not going to bang me an ugly-ass woman and that, because I know how attractive I am. I'm going to bang me someone that's probably going to be as attractive as I am. Why? Because that's genetically prone to do that. It's just how it is. You know, so when I come across someone that I really like in that, say like my ex, you know, I thought she was really beautiful in that. You know, I thought she was, you know, She had a nice body in that. Her ass was fat. She had a lot of things in that. She was amazing. I mean, things were different and that, you know. I wish the best for us. But she gave me a lot of good insight. And the girl before that gave me a lot of good insight. Then I start to think. The first girl that I really got close to in that, she gave me some insight when I asked her questions that, like I said before. Because I was insecure, had no confidence. You know, did she give me confidence? To a certain extent, she made me think about myself and saying, hey, you're worth something. So I became something. That's why I started lifting weights more. That's why I start looking at myself like, okay, how do I want to look in that? So I lift weights, I'm getting more bulkier in that, I'm learning how it is to be a man. And guess what happens? I get more attracted to. Because I see my worth, and I go on that worth. And it's truth. So yeah, if men, like I said before, if all men all went to the gym, all worried about working out, worried about making money now, worried about survival in that, you know, and praising, you know, and praising the God, our Father, as much as you can, a little bit each day in that. Praise the Trinity for guiding you towards that, because that's what's happening. My Holy Spirit got me away from her. Because the Father knew that she was an experience. Was that thing going off again?
Yeah, I'm doing it again.
But yeah, my spirit pulled me away from that. I felt it. And I moved on.
Think I ain't got nothing better to do.
I tried working it out, and she kept on going against what I wanted things to be. If a woman runs on status, stay away. Which means if they're running on being like a man, stay away. If a woman talks about her career, when I was up at my other job and at the car wash, I talked to a lot of like feminist-based women, and they weren't like horrible man-hating, but like there were older women around my age and they had no clue. And I remember one of my talks from that, she was hot. I mean, she was really attractive looking that, you know, she was really cool in that. And she was been engaged to this dude for like 4 fucking years. And this dude has a business, he has more money than her and that. And she was like, well, it's my business, my money, and she wanted to sign a prenup. Like, the guy probably didn't care. He's like, okay, I don't care. They're not getting married. She says, she's like, oh, we were supposed to get, like, yeah, we're getting married and all that stuff. You know, whatever and that. Yeah, I'm sure he's having second thoughts because you're sitting there flirting around with me, bitch. I say bitch in the contents of that you're being ignorant towards your man because you're flirting around with me. It's like, well, I'm just talking. Whatever excuses you want to make up. I'll tell you this right now. Any woman that talks to a man and you talk to him more than saying hello or thank you or whatever it is, you want to get in actual conversations, your brain's automatically clicking on that you're attracted to them. Okay? That's just how it works. Trust me, I had that happen to me so many damn times now. Girls that have boyfriends and that, they would always come up to me and they would hide their man and that. I had one girl get mad at me because her children were in the car and I was trying to be like flirtatious towards her because I didn't know she had kids and that. She never told me anything about her life and that. She's like, I have children in the car. I said, well, you never told me that you had kids and that. It's like, you never told me that you had a husband. Well, you didn't know. Well, okay, well then maybe you should stop flirting with me then since you have kids and have a husband. And she got fucking pissed, and all of a sudden her man kept coming around with her every single time. And I called out, I was like, yeah, she was trying to hit on me, bro. I was like, I don't know what to say. I work here. I get girls trying to hit me all the damn time and that. No, I don't know anything. Right there. The woman was lying about it because her man wasn't as attractive looking as me and that, and she completely just like, oh my god, I can't believe I got caught in that. And that man probably told her, like, why the fuck you flirting around with other dudes? oh no, dude, you should do it. It's like, nah. It's like, I don't believe that at all. It's like, you said you go to that car wash. You go to that car wash like every other fucking damn day. Well, you get free the membership washes and that, yeah. But you always go alone. Oh, you say you're going someplace else. That's how literally how it was. And when she got caught in that, because she was flirting around with another fucking man, I'm like, no, man. Don't blame me. You blame your wife for flirting with me. I'm single, so if I have a relationship in that, I literally, when I was with my ex, I did not flirt around with any woman. As soon as I established my relationship in that, I talk normal. I ask how things are going and that, all that stuff and that. Like, but my feelings and my emotions, my flirtatiousness went down dramatically. It was like plain Jane shit. I was like, yeah, I can't really talk to you like really like heavy anymore because I'm in a relationship and that. But I believe 100% my ex didn't tell me everything that was going on with her. I honestly think that she was lying about things. Because the signs of things happening happened so fast, it's not like it was already, like, put in that position. And I'm just sitting there like, what are you doing? Like, you're all lovey-dovey and that. When I start seeing the lovey-dovey stuff start to go away, I knew it right away. I'm just like, oh, like there's another man in your life, isn't there? And I knew it for like a month or so before it happened. That I was thinking about it. I was talking to my friend Vincent about it. I was just like, it's like, yeah, it's like I'm actually probably gonna end up breaking up with her now because like I feel like she's seen it, and I feel like she's seen another man, that she's just talking to someone else and that and all the bullshit. I'm like, okay. You know, because it wasn't like it was a tension ratio. Eight tomorrow. It's probably 8 o'clock. She's been keeping me at 8.
8 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to run the lawnmowers tomorrow. I'm going to wake up, probably change it.
Okay, it's gonna take long.
No. Then on the push mower, I'm going to change the oil and I have to lift it up and break the blade off and hone it.
Yeah.
Because the rider, I'll put the ATV thing up on the
yeah.
and I'll drive up that way. I can reach right up underneath.
Don't we have the big plastic wheel thing we can put up on?
Yeah, but that's a pain in the ass. This way here, I can go up completely underneath the tailgate and have elbow room.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've got that new impact on there. I'll plug them right off.
Okay, yeah.
I'll put the new ones on and then I'll grease it really good. We're ready for
the bullshit cutting grass every other fucking week or every week.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
My motor is done today.
Yeah, we have to keep it short because that shit doesn't do good when it gets too wet. Yeah.
Start to choke off the other thing now. So.
Yeah, we'll do all that shit. Okay. Oh man, done with my pre-workout. Yummy. Yeah, I'm gonna leave here in a little bit. I've been trying to leave at like 4:30 and that, so I can get up there. I'll get up there by like 5, like a 30-minute walk. And then I go from there. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I don't feel super sore. I feel a little sore. I might just hit the lat pull down, do a lot of lat, and then I might just hit chest presses. I might do wide bench and really hit the chest and that. Cause my chest doesn't really hurt a ridiculous amount, but yeah, it's just to stay on top of things. I mean, I get it, you know. Like, I wish things were different with my ex, you know. I would love to have her in my life still, but she just didn't want me in her life. Because in her mind, for how she talked in that, it just... When you ask a man at my age about goals, I said, well, a lot of my goals are already completed. I'm doing my goals right now. I go to the gym, I'm preaching to people, I'm trying to, teach people. about what to expect in life and that, you know? And, like, I'm doing things I want to do, personally. But that's what the problem was. She wanted things to be done in her way, and she didn't care as much about what I wanted to do. And I'm just like, but you're not doing anything. You literally, all you want to do is have a family and have kids. That's literally your operations right now. Like, you already been through everything when you were younger and that. I said, that's the difference between me and you. I haven't been with everything. You slept with 20 fucking dudes. Your body count's like 20 something. And, like, you talk so ignorantly about men, just like how you just bang them and bang them and bang them and bang them to a man. To me. I like, you talk about how many times you get fucked by this dude and that. And then all of a sudden, what happens? This dude comes out of nowhere and starts hanging out with you because it's his birthday or some bullshit like that. It was all fucking probably lies to a certain extent. The way that's set up in that. This is how our relationship ended that. And I just knew it from front. Sue, she said, she's like, oh, this is one of the guys I knew for a while and that, you know, added me on Facebook. I'm like, no, you added him on Facebook. Because it's been 10 to 15 fucking years, woman. Why the fuck would he all of a sudden nowhere be like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a while? He evidently got rid of you for a fucking reason for 10 or 15 years. Because 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Facebook was around. Yes, it was. Facebook was around 15 years ago, back in 2010, because it came out in 2006, 2007. Like, it's already been around forever now. That's why a lot of people from our ages are more on Facebook and Instagram. So, like, when you were fucking 18 or whatever it is, when you were getting plowed by this dude, by his friend, by his other friends and that, thinking that it's okay to just have guys just come inside you, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. He probably didn't want to do anything with you because something happened that pushed you guys away. Yeah. You eventually found a man that had more money, that had more of everything else. That dude was probably in love with you. You guys started putting boundaries on you, and you ran away from the boundaries. Sound about fucking right? Now that's when you met your husband. This is a great learning experience for women in that. You know, like, you can't... And all it comes down to, these women don't have fathers. It's like God said, the Father. Almighty God. State this in the Bible. He says, without the Father, me, giving love to the Father to give love to you, which is discipline. Of course, you discipline women differently than you discipline men. Genetically, men already know how to give love to their sons, how to give love to their daughters. They normally spoil their daughters and treat them like princesses and that. But the mother comes in and gives a nurturing advice about how to be a woman. Well, that's what it is. The man knows it too, because the man is what women always want. So the thing is, if you don't have a man in your life as a father, what happens? You don't know how to love a man. And then more or less likely you're going to sit there and you're going to be like, you're going to be emotionless. You're going to look at your mom. And most times, single parents, what do single moms do? They date and they always fuck new men. They're always around with new men. They could say whatever the fuck they want to say, but that's the honest truth. I've seen it so many damn times. I hear about it too. So why are we getting to these conclusions that they don't happen? Ooh, that's actually a good sniper. That shoots super slow though. Okay,
Oh, come on, get down.
So that's hella faster. Yeah, like fuck. But that's what it is. Of all the girls I've ever been with and that, I would say like this. And I wouldn't know, most could have talked to now the girls that slutted up with me and that, they had no fathers. All of them. All of them. I wonder why. None of them had any fathers. That's why they were like that. Because they had a good father. The father would tell them, no, don't give yourself up to any man. Make sure that man's right for you. And I will be the one that will determine how good that man is. Because I am a man. And I know how it is to be part of that. That's what it is. That's a mic drop moment. Like, I don't say good. Because you're looking for a father figure. In some senses, honest truth is, most women can't find it. Like the young girl I was, you know, talking to, that 20-year-old and that, she talked about how bad her father was. She knew her actual father, and she's like, I love my actual father, he's cool and all that stuff and that. But I said, why is he not with you? His excuse, and I told this up front, his excuse was, well, I don't want to be part of where the area's at because it's a dangerous area. People are getting shot and killed all the time and that. And, you know, he lives in an area where it's like more like country and that. And I told the young lady this. I said, you know, we were hanging out a lot and that because, you know, I enjoyed hanging out with her. She was fucking really cool to hang around with. I told her, like, your father's a coward. I'm like, I'll tell you this right now. If I was a dad and that, and my daughter was dealing with complications and that, I would run to her. I would kill everything and anything to get to her. That is exactly what I would do. I wouldn't get two flying fucks. I would fight to the death to get my daughter. And I was like, I explained to her, like, that's some coward ass shit. He should be here with you no matter what. He should be taking the bullets to the fucking chest for you. That's what men do for their daughters and for their women. Men are always a sacrificial. We sacrifice everything possible. And the men that don't do the sacrifice, I call you a coward. You're a coward. I don't want to work because my tummy hurts. I don't want to work because this and that. Motherfucker, I work out almost every damn day. I work out at least 5 days a week. Most times it's going to take 2 days off. I work out 2 days, I take a day off. I work out 2 days, I take a day off. And on my work on Saturday, I always take Sunday off or something like that. And I start again on Monday. Something like that. It depends on how my body feels. And I still go to work. I live fucking, you know, minorly heavy weights. I still go to work. And once again, you got these lazy ass men. Like this week, I got a little more days off than that. I don't know why, but whatever it is, because, you know, they're giving a woman more, they're giving one of the women there more hours than that. And then she doesn't show up on the first day because she's all emotionally butthurt. And then they call me in. I'm like, this is my first day off. I'm working, I worked this is going to be my 6th day. I was off yesterday. I have to work today. And I believe I have to work tomorrow. And then I'm off on Sunday. Then I work Monday. I think I'm off on Tuesday. I'm just like, okay, cool. You keep calling me in for the people that don't want to work. And then you don't want to work me now because I'm not learning everything as fast as you want me to learn. But at least I'm reliable. At least I come in. I said, I'd rather have someone that's reliable that at least knows how to do bulk of his job, which is what I do. I know how to do basically the bulk of my job. Then it's to fucking sit there and not come in at all. So get your priorities straight and deschedule these fucking dumb fucks and say this is a business. If you're not willing to come in, you're gonna be cut. If you call off because you got emotional issues in that, I really don't fucking care. This is a job. If I'm gonna schedule these hours, I'm wanting you to come in. And that's what it is. You have to come in and do your job. No offense, I'll say it like this. If you got too much emotions while you're a manager and you just accept people in just because you're like, oh, well, you need money, then that's why I would say a business fails. Because I look at it from my perspective, I look at it pretty damn well. We have so many part-time people that come in, and the ones that want more hours than that, like me, working 5 days a week, I can cover all these shifts for 5 days a week. But you're letting people come in that work these small baby shifts, working 3 hours here, 4 hours there. Why the fuck do you even have them? Like, okay, if people come in for like 3 or 4 hours in that because it's a lunch rush, and you're just like, okay, some part-time people might be interested to work 15, 20 hours a week. Okay. They had someone that came in. You know, she's a transgender-based person, that basically a tomboy, for all I know, is you're not a man to get cock and balls, but basically she's a very masculine woman. And they want to call her he, and I'm like, okay, that's whatever, I really don't care, but I call you it, because that means you have no idea who you are. You're just a person. I don't give a fuck about your gender and how your ideology is. That doesn't mean shit to me. You're a person that talks. Okay, cool. So am I. Awesome. This person used to be a manager. And for what?
Huh? Because the piano's coming.
Oh, I didn't know what time it was coming.
About 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Check me out. Oh, come on, get down. I think I lost the beat.
Oh.
Come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out.
We'll do this. Move it right here.
Well, yeah, you can slide it over there.
Alright, I'm telling you to be for a little bit. Yeah, because I don't want.
Dropping out shoes for a Bosnian neighbor. And she's.
Oh, Zoe.
Oh, you can't get through the hall. You just went away. Yes, there was have to wait till the other comes. Oh.
Get down.
No, I wouldn't.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Kick your ass. Let's go.
Yeah, actually works out perfect. Okay, cool.
Then there's this room if you want to switch this up.
Yeah.
We need to go through this, and whatever we don't want, we get rid of shoes, zip hats, whatever, and get this cleaned up.
Yeah, I'll go through it.
I think I lost the beat, but
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna get going on that. I'll see you guys later. God bless. Keep your prayers up in that. 'Cause God's all around you.
Think
And
I
God
ain't got
always
nothing better to
listens.
do.
See you guys.